Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Check them out for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have, and if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Your key to the week this week is the High Priestess. Hidden things revealed. All right, so this week, it's very likely that something is going to be shared with you in all of these different sectors of your life, and these are going to be important or vital pieces of information that help you really change or, change or adapt your approach to things. I think it's kind of like, you know, when you find a piece of information and it makes you go, oh, okay, well, you know what? From now on, I'm going to do things differently because I don't want to feel this way again. Now, it doesn't always have to be awful. This could be hidden or secret or private information that is shared with you that's actually really beneficial. Maybe you got a friend who's like, you know what, my company's just about to go public. You probably want to put some money on them on the stock market. Do you know what I mean? Like it could be some kind of insider information as well. Now, you got a jumping card there, and it is the Mother of Pentacles. So this is actually the Queen of Pentacles in this deck, right? So for your actions and options this week, you are doing some kind of self-nurturing or some kind of self-care or self-help practice, but you're doing it very much behind the scenes or in like a closed fashion. For the women amongst you, this might be something that you do literally with a group of women or like a women's only retreat or something along those lines. It could also be that you are connecting with an earth sign woman, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, behind the scenes in some way that really helps you, that really helps you move forward in some way, right? Now, in terms of the options that are available to you, the Queen of Pentacles has a very special talent. And I always say, like, you could give her a tenner and she'd come back at you with 1,000, right? Like you can give her $100 and she'd turn it into 100,000. She has this ability to amplify or increase the yield. And so some secret High Priestess opportunity or, you know, maybe even offer, service, blessing, insight or whatever that comes in has the ability, the Queen of Pentacles, to expand what you have or what you do. So this could be really nice for you, providing you pay attention to what it is, right? Now, when it comes to your communications and conversations, you've got the Father of Cups, right? So the Father of Cups is the King of Cups. So a water sign male, Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio may feature for you. The High Priestess is Lunar. Lunar is the moon. Therefore, this is a Cancerian male shows up for you as well. So this week, what we can see straight away is you've got the Queen of Pentacles, you've got the King of Cups. Straight away, this tells us that people, the interactions, right? Communication and conversation is where you shine. Interactions with people, networking, all of that kind of stuff. Nobody does this stuff better than a Gemini. Maybe a Sagittarius, possibly Aquarius, but nobody, like, truth be told, this is your bag, this is your domain. And so what this tells me is, especially with the King of Cups, you could be connecting with a Cancerian male this week who absolutely helps you get ahead. This could also be somebody that's giving you inside or secret information that really helps your work and or your career. Now, the King of Cups is also somebody that's very intuitive. So this could be like literally an intuitive. It could be a psychic, a tarot reader, astrologer, numerologist, but somebody who is really tapped into their own inner knowing and wisdom, right? Now, in terms of those of you that are studying or, you know, in some form of academia, it's possible, because remember the King of Cups, one of his greatest abilities is to use his intuitive faculty to his own ends, especially around work or business. So there could be something this week that you're learning or studying, or something that you're hearing about that you absolutely excel at without really having to do much about it, right? I actually saw this when I studied with Adam Ellenbass. So Adam Ellenbass is, for those of you that don't know, I don't know what rock you've been living under. He's a really very well-known astrologer. He does lots of really fantastic work here on YouTube. So when I was taking his course, we had a student on that course. She'd never studied astrology prior to that. And when I say this woman just absolutely fucking caked it. She was like brilliant. Like, I mean, funnily enough, she was a Gemini. If I'm not mistaken, she's a double Gemini and a twin. But like just light years ahead of the rest of us. That's how it felt anyway. And so you might find that there's something that you're studying this week or you pick up and it's like you're instantly good at it. And on top of that, you're getting this added extra insight from this water sign person, likely to be a Cancerian male, who absolutely helps you tap into something. For those of you that are employed by someone else, could potentially be somebody that either takes you under their wing, somebody that maybe plays or assists your own intuitive faculty to wake back up. Because a lot of Geminis are actually very intuitive. They just dismiss it as, you know, much like Virgos, as either common sense, or it's like, oh, well, that's just an idea that I had. But this could be very much that, like, really amplifying. And then on top of that, you've got, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is about you bringing in a whole new set of people into your business. You're working with, connecting with, enhancing, or, you know, doing all of that. It's like what's the word that I'm looking for? Yeah, it's like you're really going in to gather and gain like a whole new flock, if you like. That's the only way that I can think of it. And then for those of you that are retired and no longer working, this might actually be that somebody comes to you for your support or your assistance, but it has to be very much hush hush. It's like behind the scenes. And the reason for this, they may not have, like, whoever it is that comes to you with a problem and they say, look, you know, I really want your help with this, but I can't, you know, you can't talk about it or tell anyone. It's probably because they don't have anybody around this specific subject that they're asking for help. So please be really delicate with this. And as much as I know you like to talk and interact, some stuff has to go into the vault, right? So just be really, really conscious of that. For your love and relations, you've got the Knight of Cups or the Son of Cups in this deck. This is a declaration of love. So for those of you that are single, I would not be surprised if someone comes to you this week and says, look, I really like you, I want to date you, are you interested in going for coffee? Very likely to be a water sign person, possibly could be an earth sign for some of you. I just feel like that King of Cups has got a lot to say. And then for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could be you and your partner bridging a gap where you're it's not like you're reconnecting with your partner behind the scenes. It's like you're knitting something together and getting even closer behind the scenes. So this could be like, you know, maybe you're back in the saddle and the sex is really good and you want to talk about it, but you know you can't. And do you know what I mean? Like, this could be you and your partner, like that maybe there's something that you're trying that is completely out of the norm. It's the High Priestess after all, so whatever you're doing is a secret, darling. So there's that as well. All good fun to be had, and you know, this is a really wonderful spread so far, I have to say. And then finally you have the Mother of Swords in the Money and Materials. So look at this. Do you know what, as long as I've been doing the weeklies, I can tell you I've never had I think only once before I've had just court cards. This tells me that it's your relationships, your partnerships, your connections, your collaborations, your interactions with others, Your interpersonal connections is really what's going to make or break this week. This is super powerful. You've got a lot of water here. You've got a lot of, the only thing that's missing here is fire. There's no wands, right? And so the fire has to come from you. The actions have to come from you. You've got the Queen of Swords as your money and materials. When it comes to your money and your resources, you got to fight for them, right? You got to carve out the time and the space or the energy that you need in order to action your plans. And because the Queen of Swords is Libra energy, therefore, you know, linked to the Justice card, you got to sign on the dotted line. This is about really being committed to what it's going to take for you to get that money up, honey. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, your kidneys in particular, obviously I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, it's not a diagnosis, but that would be the general area that you might need to pay extra attention to. And one of the ways that you can do that is by getting more water into your diet. When it comes to your home and environment, this is you fighting for the home in some regard. And because you've got the High Priestess here, it may possibly be that there is something that goes wrong with the home that you're in. And for that reason, maybe you find that there's a, what's the word that I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, come on, brain. Yeah, there might be like whether you own your home, maybe you've had work done on the home and it's not been satisfactory, so you have to complain. Maybe you have a problem with the home that you live in and it's a rental, and so that has to be rectified. There's something here that you will have to kind of get to grit with, let's say. Now, speaking of grit, I just wanted to say, remember that these weeklies will be going behind a paywall. They're going to be $8.99 a month. You'll get all of the weeklies plus some of the other goodies that I will be putting into that membership. So stay tuned for that. I just want you to know they are coming very soon. So stay tuned for this, because I don't want you to be hit with it and then be like, oh, you didn't tell us anything. Like, remember, the membership is coming, so stay tuned for that, and there will be other types of content that will replace this, so I'm not leaving you out in the cold. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.